Your views on the activity we saw in ETI, like I mentioned, almost 4 billion naira worth of trades. Clearly, there's somebody that thinks it's a great investment. Your thoughts on that company?
Well, yes, you're right. About 361 million units of ETI were traded today in the capital market, but the trades were not done in the open market. They were actually negotiated deals. And by negotiated deals, I mean both the buyer and the seller came from the same stockbroking house, were clients of the same stockbroking house. And because of the huge volumes involved, the exchange had to be notified ahead of time, and also the approval had to be sought and obtained.
All right, so clearly there's somebody that thinks it's a great investment, but what are your thoughts on ETI in the broad sense of things?
Well, I would say for ETI, the market sentiment has not been very strong, but in recent times, in the past 5-7 days or thereabouts, we've experienced some rally in the stock. So obviously the market sentiment is changing in favor of the company. But for now, I think ETI still remains a speculative stock, and investors are actually doing volumes in the short term.
Right, perhaps another set of speculative stocks, if you like. Just simply looking at their share price, one gets a sense that they're not on the radar of many investors. I'm referring to Unity Bank and Wema Bank. Unity Bank, of course, I did mention earlier, we've seen quite a strong rally in that stock. I think it was up almost 40% last week, and now we're beginning to see some profit taking. Your thoughts about the interest we're seeing for those smaller banks, and if there's an opportunity for speculators there in your view?
Well, Unity Bank, just like ICO and Wema Bank, has been experiencing some rallies. And for Unity Bank, I think it's about 11 days in a row. Today it's closed at 79 kobo, having gained about 58% since it opened the market this year at 50 kobo. So Unity Bank has, in the last quarter, shown some good improvement in its profit after tax. It actually gained about 52% in its profit after tax, from about 2.1 billion to 3.2 billion. And in addition to the strong results we are seeing, it appears Unity Bank has overcome the challenges it got when it merged with so many other banks during the consolidation exercise. And for now, we should expect that Unity Bank will be giving some good results. They would, of course, start performing better. And don't forget that it's a lowly priced stock. 50 kobo for a banking stock is really quite cheap. And with the recent third quarter result of 52% increase in profit after tax, it's obviously a good stock that investors will want to speculate in.
Okay, and looking at other, should I say, small companies, like of ICO rallied recently, and I want to get your thoughts on what this means for sentiment. We're beginning to see companies like ICO rally, even though we did some profit taking today. The fact that we're now beginning to see a lot more interest in the smaller companies, how does this, in your view, reflect the strength of the broader rally that we're seeing in the market today?
Well, I would say it's a good sign when we start seeing interest in the low-capped stocks. It's actually a good sign. For one, I would say the GTBs, the high-cap stocks, some investors are becoming a little skeptical, thinking they are already overvalued. And don't forget that the Nigerian local investors, they've had their fingers burnt in the past. So when prices begin to get too high, they start getting uncomfortable, and they want to take profit and go for the lowly priced stock. I think that's what we begin to see happen. And the investors are refocusing on the lowly priced stocks that have given good third quarter results.
All right, Banke, we're rounding up January now, but your thoughts on what we're likely to see in February? At some point, I think in February, we may even begin to see some results. Maybe the likes of Unilever, Nestle may put out some numbers by then. So a few of the multinational companies may begin to whet our appetite, if you like, for earnings season. We've seen 12% in the first month of 2013. What can we expect in the second month?
Well, in the second month, in February of 2013, we still expect that the index will grow, but it may not grow as strongly as it has shown in the month of January. Don't forget that investors ahead of the earnings seasons begin to take position. and they begin to factor in what they think are the earnings forecast for the company, what the earnings per share will be. They factor this into their pricing decisions. So even though we expect that in February the all share index will continue to gain, but we don't expect that to be as strong as it has done in January.